Today we're going to look at the inspection and assembly of a breathing apparatus before use. It's important to note that the integrity of the breathing apparatus is central to safe operation of a breathing apparatus, and Ali and myself, I'm Larry, will go through the steps to make this obvious to everybody. First, Ali is going to visually inspect all components of the breathing apparatus, backplate and pressure reducer, looking for obvious breaks or distortions or any missing components. She's going to pay particular attention that all the straps are fully extended, and if they're not, to extend them, and you extend them by pulling back the release buckle and pulling through the strap and seeing that they're all in place. And then she's going to turn the breathing apparatus over and inspect the 90 hardness O-ring on the cylinder connector and see that the anti-friction O-ring underneath the body there of the connector is intact. She's looked at the hose to see that in this case it is a multi-pressure hose. There are two pressures going up that hose, an internal high pressure, and in the larger part of the hose there's intermediate pressure. She's looking at the gauge to see it is on 0 and checking that the whistle is in place and that both of the quick disconnects are open. When she's done that, she will pick up the mask and check the integrity of the mask. First, she will check that all the components are in place, that the visor is not cracked, that the orinasal mask is in place, that the speech diaphragm is in place and intact, and she will open the bottom to have a look at the exhalation valve, and she sees that it's spring-loaded, the spring's in there, the exhalation valve is in place, and then she looks to see that the inhalation valve at the front of the mask is in place. An important part. Everything that was spoken about are important parts of a breathing apparatus, and you'll notice that the head harness in this case has been put over the front of the visor, and that's put there for a number of reasons. It makes it easier and quicker to don the mask and also to protect the integrity of the visor when we're not using it. When that's been inspected, we then get the demand valve, which is a positive pressure demand valve, bearing in mind that only positive pressure self-contained breathing apparatus can be used in Australia. This demand valve has, and Ali will check the male nipple at the end of the hose to see that it's intact without any distortions. She will then check the inlet of the demand valve to see that there's no foreign material in there and that everything is intact, and she will turn it over and press the purge button to check the positive pressure activation and press the red button to switch it back to the standby or park position. She will then inspect the sealing ring where the demand valve seals to the mask and sees that that is intact and that the whole demand valve is structurally sound and ready for operation. On completion of that, she can place the demand valve down, put the demand valve in, and the double action quick disconnect will automatically connect She will then extend the cylinder retaining strap by pulling back on the green retaining ring and pulling it back, and then she will get the cylinder. She will check the pressure in the cylinder, and she will check the label of the cylinder to see that it is in date. The latest test date is indicated there. It has a 5-year test date, and there are no visible tears or fractures of the protective coating on the cylinder, and there are no exposed fibres from the carbon fibre. And she checks the cylinder valve to see that there's no foreign material in the cylinder connector, and that the cylinder is intact, and there is in fact pressure in the cylinder, which she checks on the pressure indicator. Ali will now slide the cylinder in over the bracket and connect it to the pressure reducer. In doing so, she will align the cylinder and pressure reducer thread and tighten up the 5/8 BSP parallel thread of the DIN valve, and she'll tighten that up till finger tight. She will then place a finger underneath the strap, just one finger, and pull the strap tight, and then activate the lever to tighten it up and secure the cylinder in place with the Velcro, and then move the cylinder to see that it is securely on the backplate. Having done that, the breathing apparatus is now ready for use.
So thank you for joining Larry and I in the SCBA inspection. If you have any more questions, please reach out to ISH24 and join us on the next video regarding donning and doffing SCBA.
We're here to help every time.
Good.
You got it. Good job. Good job.